Lots of golfers get very dominant with their right arm. Being right-handed is easily done. What that causes is the shaft to get too steep in this transition area, which then causes you to cut across the golf ball, which then, from an outcome perspective, gives us pull shots, pull hook shots, slice shots, fade shots, shank shots, compensatory actions through the golf ball that makes fat shots and thin shots happen. So taking that right arm out of play is what we're looking at today. Can we swing having our right arm feeling redundant, unemployed at the transition period to help us have a healthier start to the downswing, to allow us to function more freely and more automatic through the golf ball, to create those better impact conditions that we see from all the best ball strikers in the world. So yeah, the right side getting dominant, the right shoulder, the right arm, forcing the shaft out this way, driving the power, driving the engine of the swing really that way. What we want ideally is from the top of the swing, we want the lower half to have its roll and have a bit of a lateral bump. And we also want the right arm to be a bit more passive in terms of how we initially start that downswing. So it's difficult to do. Being a right-handed player, I'm very right side dominant. I can't even kick the ball with my left foot hardly. I can swing left-handed, but really weakly with not a lot of power. So I'm very right side dominant. So the guys out there that comment, maybe it's very difficult for a right-hand player, I sympathize and empathize exactly with what you're saying. How I want you to feel you would approach this as a drill is you take your setup as normal to the golf ball, swing to the top, take your right hand off, and start your downswing with your left arm only. The other way to feel it, if we wanted to shadow the club even more, is let the shaft and handle work to the hand and recapture the hand. So we can certainly do practice swings one-handed like this, from the top down. So if we add then a little bit of lateral bump, that's going to be even better. But then if we actually go, let that float off. Now, hitting shots doing that is going to be difficult. I won't lie to you. But it might be worth attempting one or two because it makes the brain work differently. It makes the body feel things more. And then when we go and hit the ball, it can be just a pure practice swing. But what we're trying to do is not win this arm wrestle. Get this arm in this shape. It's what we call an internal rotation. We want to lose that arm wrestle. Okay, make it go. Again, when you do lose an arm wrestle on purpose, you're doing an arm wrestle with your children or with your nephews or whatever it would be, you make your arm go really loose and let them feel really super strong. That's how this has got to feel. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So top of the swing, right hand off, recapture, and then hit. Let's try that. Wow, that was good. It felt hard, but that was really good. Massively different sensation. It felt like the club dropped with gravity behind me, and then I kind of re-caught it and then turned through the golf ball. That's how it felt. I don't want to put feelings into your brains because you should feel things for yourself and own your own feels. And the feels you have, go ahead and use. But certainly, if you manage to hit a couple of balls doing that, it will feel massively different to probably what you normally do, unless you have a picture perfect start to your downswing. And then through the golf ball, because the club has dropped with that kind of gravity and got into that slot, I am then able to rotate and keep that handle moving forward and deliver that club correctly to the golf ball. When I start down steeply, what generally happens from there is the early extension and the handle rise, and I get myself into this kind of shape, and then from there to make the ball go straight, we end up getting very flicky through the ball. So it's kind of start steeply, we stall the body or early extend the body to get the club getting lower and more in line with the ball. And then because of that, the body stopped and in this kind of shape, it's very then difficult to rotate correctly through the golf ball in the crucial time through that hitting zone. So it really is a real game changer of a transition feel. Let's go ahead and try and hit one in a golf course mode and a full swing to see if we can transform that into the shot. Okay, behind the golf ball, top of the swing, hand off, practice swing. That gives me the feel. Get that feel in my head, line up as normal, set up. Now try and feel I'm going to do exactly the same swing, right arm redundant. Definitely felt different. Strike wasn't perfect in that one. I definitely felt like I had a different downswing to normal. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks. But that's the kind of routine I would then start to take to the golf course in order to transform my golf swing from what I've been doing on the range to the course. Guys, if you haven't already followed or subscribed me, only about 20% of you do. Please do so and hit the bell button. It really helps me continue to produce content to hopefully help you play better, enjoy your golf more, and shoot lower scores. So thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for the support. I'll see you back here real soon.